What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Project Zomboid, where we will continue to try to survive in our underwear. That's right, sometimes you gotta get down into your pants, sometimes you gotta get them under britches out, just sit around for a day smacking zombies in the nude. Some people find it to be a little bit rude or maybe even slightly crude, but I am not one of those people. So there was some screaming down here a little bit ago. I think what I want to do today is I just want to explore. I want to get a feel for just kind of like the outskirts of the neighborhood that we're currently occupying. I think that's a really, really good plan, and I think it's something that's going to be admirable and also useful. Okay, it's not admirable. Admirable, I was just trying to add extra adjectives so that I could feel better about myself today. It's been one of those days where it's like you wake up, business meeting, gotta go do this thing, talk to a guy about a thing, see a guy about a dog, be bored for a little while. It was just a mess. But now I'm finally set. It looks like we're in the burbs somewhere. The problem that I have is that I actually ended up getting a Project Zomboid West Point, Kentucky map. The downside to this is that I've been having a lot of trouble finding myself on it. So, you get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for you. That's right, it's get down or lay down time for you. And maybe down for you, maybe down for you, maybe down. Okay, I'll give you a shove then. Rather a shove than a tug. Oh, a little bit panicky. Gotta calm down those emotions. Maybe take some beta blockers. Ooh. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Hold on, we gotta run around the back right here. I'm gonna kill off some of these guys in the road so that at least I can traverse my own neighborhood without major problems here. There we go. Just go ahead and, by design, I need all of you just to realize that you know what time it is? It is hammer time. Can't touch this. Okay, touch my hammer. That's the only part that you can't touch. Oh, I see loot. Where's it at? I saw it. I saw it. You can't hide it from me. Sometimes the zombie looting is really, really sketchy. There we go. No? Ah, it's you. See? You've got the wedding ring. I'm going to take that just in case I ever run into your wife or whoever else. It might be your husband. But either way, if I run into your better half, because obviously you are not it. If I run into your better half, I'm going to let them know. I'm going to be like, hey, I got this ring fair and square in a fight to the death. That's how I got it. I fought your husband. I beat him to death with a hammer. And by the rights of combat, this is mine. Wow, there are a lot of Zeds around this part of town. Ooh, we're accumulating quite the little horde down here, aren't we? We're making friends. We're making friends. Okay. Whereas normally I wouldn't recommend, like, I really wouldn't recommend a maneuver like that. I wanted to see if I could get it to work. Going through a window seems like a bad plan though, too. I mean, it might work out. It'll depend how badly I want to duck them when I get to the opposite side of these buildings, although I think we've got plenty of cover spots. If you're worried about me running right now, all I'm doing is exploring. Like, I just want to know what's down this road. If we follow this road, that's the best way to explore, by the by. Anyways, while we're on the subject, in survival terms, you should always explore what's familiar before you explore what's not. And so I would say to stick to one road and just walk that road all the way down until you hit something interesting. And if you don't hit something interesting, at least you can mentally note that you've been all the way down that road and there's nothing interesting down there. There's nothing that can be useful at all. We want to watch out for our stamina. We are an aerobics instructor, so we should be alright as far as the running and the calisthenics and the stretching and all that good stuff goes. But in the case that we're not, I am going to walk a little bit. I don't care if we make friends like this. We can have plenty of zombies following us around. For whatever reason, people have asked why I didn't put it in 60p, so I will reiterate one more time. I can't put it in 60 frames per second because Project Zomboid will not run at 60 frames for me. I've got a brand new computer capable of running GTA 5 at really, really high settings and things like that. For whatever reason, because of the way Java's programmed or the way the game works, I just can't get it to run. It does not like my PC, and so I get very, very poor performance out of the game. We've got a Thunder SAS. I think that's what that says anyways. It looks like we get to town if we go this way. I don't think I'm interested in getting to know all of you like that. Seems like bad prospects to me. I am in my underwear. I will have you know that this is really sort of an unnecessary engagement. Is there anything back behind this building? There's nothing back behind this building. Maybe we can get some kills done here. We did work on our blunt, so our blunt has gotten stronger since the previous episodes, and I do think that we need to continue working on it, just in the hope that maybe at some point we'll be able to finish off zombies a lot faster. That guy's got a kick-ass beard. I don't know if maybe you want to... No, don't... The crawlers are a little bit weird because sometimes the animation doesn't go through that you want to go through. So every now and again, she won't crush the head like you want her to. Oh, good. There's a big old crowd of you little bastards down here, aren't there? Alright, well, I'm gonna go through the forest real fast. Break line of sight right there. Maybe duck back through here. I don't want to get into too thick of foliage just because that can become a very, very real health hazard. Sometimes there's zombies out in the forest, and unfortunately, even though they can't see you, well, even though you can't see them, they can sometimes see you, and then they're going to latch onto your ankles. I happen to like my ankles. My ankles are in great positions right now to be ankles for the ages. Ankles for the ages. Ankles that will never fall by the by. Be up on Wikipedia, and they'll be like, this is the perfect example of ankles, and they'll have a picture right there of Cornot Cullins's ankles. Corn not? That sounds like one of those philosophical decisions. Corn is or corn not in the Cornell. There are a lot of zombies in this little village down here. This is what I was interested in. I think this is a hardware store. And I think we're probably going to have to work for it. Let me see if I can strike the head here. So there's one down. I don't think it made enough noise to get us into trouble, but this is one of the things that I wanted to deal with. Is I had looked at a map, and I had seen that in town there was definitely a location that looked like a hardware store, and I knew that that was the location that I wanted to go, and so that's what I'm going to try and do right now, because we need a fire axe. That's our current objective, is to get ourselves a fire axe. Until we have one of those, we can't chop trees, we can't get wood, obviously. We can get ladywood, I guess, for those subjects assorted that Cornnut really likes to discuss, but that's more metaphorical than anything. I do miss my baseball bat right now, but we should probably not take this fight near the giant horde that's down there. We should probably finish this little scrum on this side the best way that we can. Yep. There you go. I just need you slowbies to accept your death. That's what I call the slow zombies. They're just slowbies. It's just lowbies with slow in the front. Come on. I've been thinking about getting back into MMOs lately, but I just haven't done it. I was thinking about Guild Wars 2. How is Guild Wars 2 feeling nowadays? I don't know. I didn't really like it around release, but like I don't really want to pay money. What is that, a wallet? Well, that's got to come with us. Sorry. Inside my inventory now. So let's figure out a safe way to get up inside this building, shall we? I should also probably eat some food while we've got a little opening right here. That horde looks like it's gathering. God, the music is really sort of... That's like an office building. That's not going to be... Okay. So from the outside, it sort of gave the impressions of a hardware store, but I guess it's not. How does one do an impression of a hardware store? I don't know. I assume it involves like Tim Allen somehow. Making Tim Allen noises or whatever. Still no axes on any of the zombies either, which is a little bit unfortunate. I remember there being quite the large group over here that I left behind. So I'm going to sneak. Whatever. Forget sneaking. We're just going to sprint our way through this. It'll all be fine. I bet you anything it will be. So what is this right here? And B, is it accessible? These all look like office buildings, which are not what I want right now. This would take a lot of effort to clear out. Like, you would have to sit around for a oh, well, that one almost got me right there. Almost gotted me. Okay, so this one over here looks like they've got a window open that I can go through. What's up in here? Some canned tomatoes. Not going to worry about that guy for right now. I'm just going to let him keep banging his head against the wall. We got CDs and some other goodies right here. So long as they don't jump through that window over there, I don't mind. They'll get through this one pretty quickly. But if I can loot at an acceptable speed, we should be the hell out of here. This is kind of a weird store. They have a lot of odd stuff over here. Is that just me? They got like food. They got like cram. They got like random clothing. They've also got carrots and other stuff on top of the clothing rack right here. Very, very weird. This is an odd store. I don't know. Throw some stuff in there. We don't really need food right now. I said, knowing full well that food is nice to have. Oh, we have a corkscrew so that we can open up our wine if we really want to. That's pretty cool. Some of that stuff right there. I'm going to face this way while I do this. I don't know if you all mind that, but I don't want to get bit by anything. Not feeling particularly delicious today. Take the bowl. This isn't what I was looking for, but oh well, we might as well go through it. Shit, almost got me right there. Almost got me. I hate how they wait in those little corners. It really is sort of troublesome. And so that Zed over there is officially inside the building. Those two are about to be. I may just let that one in. And then we'll finish him off right here. If we can. My God. Cut from sturdy stuff, this zombie. There we go. And so now, I think if I could just keep this side of the block safe, we'd be good. Just use this as a little bit of defilade to maybe run them off and make sure that I'm safe here. The zombie indoors, I don't think we're going to have that many problems with. Another one bites the dust right there. No, not going to let you bite me. I know that you're on it already. That broken window noise is going to draw some undue attention. That one probably should have counted. However, it did not. The best way I've found to run off... Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Luckily, close that down and they can just bang on the door for a while. We pretty much got the place looted anyways, except for the top floor. That'll give them something to do for a minute while we figure out how we want to get up to the top floor of this thing. Being up on the top floor, life-changing... Ooh, earrings. Those are mine. Take them, put them in my treasure drawer. So now what I like to do is if you do like a peeky thing right here, occasionally... Hey, you guys come over here. You can bait out one or two at a time like this sometimes. Or, even better, you can get yourself bit when you get stuck on a wall, which is pretty fun too. Okay, there goes another one. There's another one. I'm going to clear this store out, and its bounties shall be given unto me as a prize for my warriorship. Hammer broke. Okay, since it's no longer hammer time, let's get the hell out of here. We are drowsy at the moment. That's because I went to bed way too early today. I went to bed unfortunately early. Oh, there's a whole bunch of Zeds down there, in there. Okay, well, we should be able to outrun them. Shouldn't be a problem. It does look like they're shifting around slightly, though. I'm going to stick to the trail. Drowsiness is really only going to, like, lower our line of sight. It's not really going to affect much else. We'll go straight through the middle of these guys, all the way up the road, continue to work on that cardio. Get that power walking in right there. Just be like, yeah, unleash the power of your femininity. Do one of those, like, I don't know what it is, those little butt-clenching exercises. We're like, hoopah, hoopah, like Pilates. Make your butt all nice and toned. I don't know. I don't care if my butt is toned. That's not something that I regularly worry about. I mean, like, just leave it droopy. I mean, it has served me well throughout the course of my life. I see no reason to stress it out by forcing it to be, you know, all uptight all the time. Just, you know, let it dangle. It's been there for a while. It's all good. Who even minds in the first place anymore? Since I don't have a weapon, this may draw unnecessary... I cleared out the neighborhood over here. So we should get to like a very, very open space. And the ones that get drawn into here, I'll probably try and clear those out pretty soon. Not in this episode, I don't think, but at some point I'll try and clear them out. Zoom on in and run down the road. I like the cardio. I really do. I like the cardio on this character. Compared to Corn Cob, I do feel like we're able to accomplish a lot more on this character than we were on others. And so since the hammer's broken, I'm just going to litter. I'm going to drop it outside. I have no plans on ever actually like repairing that or figuring out what's going on with it. I'm a little bit disappointed to say that it doesn't look like there's that many goodies out there that I want. I'm going to grab the baseball bat. Have we leveled up at all? Do we have any skill points that we can use here? Let's go for the maintenance of blunt weapons for right now so that they don't break quite as fast. I'm pretty sure that's what that does. Mousing over it, I think it lowers the rate at which it loses durability. Then we're going to go back upstairs. Why did our... So... I don't know. Drowsiness in this game has always been one of those weird mechanics that I never really understood, because when you're panicked, like, drowsiness just goes out the window. Like, have you ever been worried about, you know, maybe a job interview, or been worried about going to class the next day or something like that? You never even... We only need one nail, I think, to make this work. And then what I want to do is to create a spiked bat. And so there it is. Our bat is now spiked. Actually, I don't really want that. I'm just going to use the hammer. Just going to... That hammer's almost broken. That hammer is almost broken. Okay, we'll get that hammer out of here then. We'll take... Which one of these hammers is in the best condition? Yeah, take this guy right here. I do like the hammers because they allow me to be one-handed and have two duffel bags. And given the fact that I'm really, really terrible at organizing my stuff, it sort of clears up a little bit of space for me. If I can't put that right there, then I'm just going to drop it on the floor. Like, sorry to say, but I just... If there's no room for it, it can go where it goes. Now, what I wanted to do here... Actually, there's not much to accomplish. I guess we could go up the other side of the road and just sort of see where that leads. It's 8:10 right now. That gives us a little bit of time. Let's go up the road this way and we'll see what we can find. Maybe check this little road right here. Let's go for a little wander. And then I need to denote this. Actually, I'll just remember the dead bodies over here because it looks like I did work on this side. I think I came from this direction, then I went up and in. Yeah, this is the farmhouse right here where we had stored up a whole bunch of other stuff. Might be worth it to go into the farmhouse and to grab some of the necessities. But actually, I think I'm going to leave the farmhouse how it is, and I'm going to leave it as a bug out location for right now. That's how I should navigate. I should figure out where I am based on the farmhouse. I'll do that in between episodes, and we'll figure out where the nearest, like, hardware store is that we can go to. Actually, it's almost 9 o'clock. Does anybody know if nighttime affects the way the zombies see, just like it affects the way that I see? Is that a thing that I have to worry about? Because if I can't see you, so I no see you, you put me in the ICU. And since there is no ICU anymore, I'm really, really worried about getting wounded. So let's eat some dinner, I guess. There's not really much else to do. I think that the game, sort of, this has always been like my big thing with Project Zomboid, is it becomes repetitive very, very rapidly. It becomes a game where you've like been there, done that. Let's fill up some of these kettles while we wait. I'll also fill up my water bottles because why not? We're not on the clock right now. When we fill up the kettles, the function in doing this is to make sure that we have a water supply just in case the water goes out sooner than we expected. Now, we don't have to do this because the developers have put in all kinds of good stuff that you can use now to gather water from like rainfall and things of that nature. However, I still do this as a point of pride and also as kind of like an old school player just to make sure, because you never know when the water is going to go out. It can happen anytime randomly. And so if it goes out like the first week and you don't have yourself a good water supply, you're going to be hoiting. You're going to be hoiting real bad. Let's fill up some mugs right there. The mugs are actually only going to be single serving, so it'll take 3 or 4 mugs to get us through one day. That's okay, though. I never had a problem with a mug. Mean mug, a nice mug, a whatever mug. Drop those all off one more time. The ones you really want to fill are the cooking pots and the buckets, because that's going to give you all kinds of water, but it will overweigh you very, very badly. Now, you don't want to move around a whole lot if you're overweight because you can strain your back. Yes, that's a thing that's in the game. You can actually wound yourself by moving around with too much weight on your character, but in my experience, you don't really have to worry about it until this is actually red, this little moodle up in here. I've never seen it happen when it's on the lower echelon, so I don't know. Got another cooking pot right there. I'll probably drop off some of this stuff. Yep. Drop you all off right here. Do I have anything in here that can go in there? No, I do not. Well, since we were coming down to gather food anyways, nope, cigarettes do not go with the food category. If you ever find yourself chewing a cigarette, you may have miscalculated what that object is for. Slightly. The mental arithmetic seems off. Coffee, go on in there. Yes. I really hope you're not putting this in the wrong cabinet. Are you putting this in the wrong cabinet? I clicked on that right there. Why did you swap the cabinet out? That is booze. Every now and again, the inventory in this game just does weird stuff that's unpredictable, unless I clicked it. I'll go back and I'll watch the footage after this. I don't like blaming things on stuff that it wasn't, but sometimes it is. Throw the sugar in there. We'll throw the tuna in there. The tuna should have its own peel-back can. I've never seen a tuna tin that doesn't have its own key. It'd be very, very odd. I'm going to eat an entire carrot. As enormous of a meal as that is, it's not actually that large of a meal. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We'll go after a little bit of an aubergine right there, too. Eat that thing on up. I'll probably cook a ham in a little while. I don't know if you have to cook the ham. The ham looks like it doesn't actually hurt you if it's uncooked, so it might work out. I don't know if I should dig through here right now or if I even care enough. I think it may have just had that highlighted, and then it just put things in there weirdly. I don't know. Where's my junk drawer at? I know my junk drawer's around here somewhere, and I got all kinds of junk that I need to... A CD. I don't know what I would use that for. I would assume maybe you can signal people with it by making it flash or something. And then the treasure drawer. What did I do with my treasure drawer? I forget which drawer was my treasure drawer. Either way, it's this one now. So wedding ring. There we go. All of the treasure. What happened to that wallet that I yoinked? No wallet, huh? I thought I bogged a wallet off somebody, but I guess I must have forgot about it. Or walked away before it got done looting. And so that leaves us with a pretty good supply of just about everything we need. I think I'm going to hold back on grabbing anything other than food from here on out because we have a lot of stuff around. And the worst case scenario here is that if we ever run out of any of the essentials that we absolutely need, we could just go find more anyways. So if we leave them in place, it should be fine. It does kind of run perpendicular to our leave the door open once a place is fully looted plan. Simultaneously, I don't really care that much, so whatever. Let's go inside here. Okay, I should probably turn off the lights and let's schlep. I'll go for 10 hours. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, so out of the room. Let's have a look, make sure everything's intact. Didn't we have a broken window around here somewhere? I thought that we did. Maybe that was in our other playthrough. I thought we had a broken window. Or maybe it was at our last house. I don't know. Let's eat something for the road before we go. Yeah, cake in the morning? Hell yeah. I love cake. Cake is one of my favorite things in the whole world. It only fills you up a little bit, but it's got so many calories. You'd think it would stick to your ribs. I guess I'm wrong. I guess I'm wrong. Let's put on a skirt for right now. Do I still have my pants? Oh, I still have it. Okay, so let's wear that. Hopefully we don't get too warm in it. We've got a weapon, do we not? I'm going to equip that as a primary. There we go. So for right now, Let's continue a little bit of a jaunt. I'm going to try and go back into the city. We'll see what we can locate down and in here. I do think that it's really, really sort of paramount that we find our way to a hardware store, which is really kind of that thing that I'm banging my head against, and I don't know how to fix it. No fire axes around, and that's a big, big problem for us. We might also be able to track one down at some of the farmhouses on the outskirts of the city, some of the places with bigger garages and tool sheds. So maybe that would be a safer, less precarious way to get the job done. Maybe something to put us on the ledge but not necessarily make us slip. I don't know. Either way, we got to work out some new plans. These guys are getting a little bit close to my hood, but they are wandering off that way. Let's just let them do that. How about that? They can just go wherever the hell they want. I'm not going to bother them. Let's head on down the road. And I don't know where this is going to end up or where we're even going. We've got a bunch of zombies back up and in there, which means the goal for the day right now is going to be the murder of these zombies so that I have a retreat zone. There we go. I gotta work in a direction here since apparently it was really, really loud when I smacked these zombies. Another one bites the dust. Trying to get my zombie kill count up right now so that I don't have to worry. No, you stay down. There we go. So that I don't have to worry about panic. Panic is actually directly affected by the amount of zombies you killed. And so once you get far enough into the game and you've killed enough zombies, you actually don't panic quite as much anymore whenever they walk up on you or when you go through areas that are totally overpopulated with zombies. It's one of those servers, the overpopulated zombie server. That guy's got sweat stains. You might want to throw some deodorant on. Then again, at least that lets us know that the heating system is still running. The heating and cooling system, these zombie HVAC systems are still functioning the way that they were intended. Oh, that one didn't fall down. Let me see what I can accomplish here. Unfortunately, I decided to hit the wrong zombie, so what are you gonna do? Come on. Yep. There it is. Just gotta drag that hammer across its crown real fast. Why the zombie has a crown, nobody knows. King of the zombies, or they just went to Burger King recently. Really? Okay, so let's search all these bodies because you never know. There's a magazine right there. That'll be useful. Some pants, some shoes, some sweaters. Sometimes they have fire axes. Sometimes they have fire axes. We got a speedy one right here, which means that it is target number 1 for my ire. I do wish that you could cripple them slightly. Like, as they took more damage, they actually move slow. Where are these coming from? Like, it seems like there might be a big mob around here somewhere. We leveled up again, so that's good. Every time you hear that Middle Eastern, like, that means you leveled up. Unfortunately, it's too quiet a lot of the time, so you can't really hear it. However, speedy zombie. There we go. You get up out of here. That'll make my job easier. Come on. I'm gonna fuck use as hard as I can on killing off some zombies here. That zombie looked like he did the full animation, but I guess it didn't count. Eventually, one of these will go down from a head strike. Come on. There it is. They do take attrition over time, so there we go. Another health bar drained, if they even have such a thing. I always thought that that'd be a really cool name for like a nerd bar that you could go to and like play Nintendo while getting drunk. Called the health bar. I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty dope. Come on, get out of my way. We've got so many like war supplies right now that I really feel like this is a good use of my time trying to kill off some zombies. Make the neighborhood safer, A, because I don't think they respawn. I don't think that they do unless there's like a setting somewhere. Let's put that like so. Okay, got a couple more notebooks. Those will be nice for when boredom strikes. Another notebook right there. Everybody keeping track of their zombification process, but nothing else. Nothing else. Not gonna worry about the wedding ring for right now. We got enough useless treasures. I think I'm gonna break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Project Zomboid. I will see you all later. Hi do. See you tomorrow.